Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a should you summon for the new Rorona and the new Totori. Let's get to it. Here we have Totori. She is an air defender. Her gifts are Air Blessing, Stab Curse, and Skill Power Up. Her synthesis colors are red and purple. Looking at her gifts are alright. This air blessing should help when you're crafting like air attack damage items. They'll help boost that attack item's damage. Um, as far as the stab curse goes, I kind of like the stab curse. As long as you're running like a stab team, stab curse should help a lot because it'll decrease how much resistance the enemy has to that specific affinity. This one being stab. Um, and then lastly, she has skill power up. I really like the skill power up because I'm always looking for like skill power up or magic attack damage boost or even, physical attack damage boost. It's all like for different types of things. But I like really like skill power up a lot because it's like meant for like virtually everybody. So yeah, that's really good. I really like that she has skill power up a lot. As far as the synthesis colors being red and purple, I think those are two like really good colors. Just because like I know there's like really good combinations out there that you can combine and like you can make like some pretty good items with it. Yeah, no, I'm liking her gifts and synthesis colors and stuff. Let's check out Totori's stats. Her stats are HP 2002, Physical Attack 522, Magic Attack 567, Speed 241, Physical Defense 745, and then Magic Defense 789. Looking at her stats are actually pretty good. I see that her physical defense and like magic defense are like similar to like Sophie's, and Sophie's is like the highest that we have right now. I think they're like pretty close to each other. Um, as far as like her speed goes, I think that her speed being at 241 is like at a pretty good place because I know that most things aren't like too fast, but I think like she's somewhere like right in the middle, somewhere pretty good. And then as far as the physical attack and magic attack goes, they're nothing special, but she's just a defender, so there's that going for her. Yeah, no, her stats overall aren't too bad. I kind of like them. Let's check out Totori's skills. Here we have Totori, Snow Adventurer, for the Alchemist of Arlen's Legends Fest. Her skills are as follows. Her skill 1 is, after attacking, recovers 0 to 30% of own HP depending on HP. HP 25% to 100%. The less HP you have, the more the recovery increases. It has a wait time of 100, the range is single target, the power is 73, and the break is 7. Um, you know, I kind of don't mind her first skill. I like that it heals herself, like depending on how low she is. 30% could be like a good amount. It just makes her like a little bit more self-sufficient, which is really nice. I kind of like that about her. Yeah, no, she has a really decent skill one. I like it. Okay, her skill 2 says grants magic attack damage plus 20% to 24% to all allies for 1 turn, as well as grants recovery plus 5% HP to all allies when attacked, until they are attacked twice. It has a wait time of 200, the range is AoE, the power is non-existent, and the break is also non-existent because we are not hitting anybody. Um, Looking at her skill two, I kind of like her skill two as well. I like that she increases my magic attack by 20 to 24%. Um, to all my allies. Um, I think that's like really good. She's gonna want to be like on magic teams, so we gotta keep that in mind. I also like that she grants recovery plus 5% to like all allies. It might not be like a lot, but like if anybody ever gets hit, at least they'll get healed a little bit, and that's always really nice. So yeah, no, her skill 2 is pretty good. I don't mind it. All right, and then lastly we have her burst. Her burst is after attacking, give all allies magic attack damage plus 30% for 1 turn, as well as grant warmth duplicate to yourself. This cannot be duplicated. It has a wait time of 200, the range is AoE, the power is 300, and the break is 37. Looking at her burst, I like this first part of her burst. I like that it gives all our allies 30% magic attack. 30% magic attack is like a good amount. And then as far as this Warmth duplicate goes, this is actually her passive. It might be called something else when she comes out, but it's her passive that it's referring to. The second passive right here, which is when receiving HP recovery, give yourself damage received minus 2%, and it maxes out at 20%. Um, the whole reason this all works is because also because of her first passive, which is she's becomes more easily targeted by the enemies, and then after activating skills she recovers 5% of her HP. um if you like put all that together, she like is healing herself a little bit and is receiving, a little bit of damage received down until like it stacks up to 20%. Yeah, there's a lot going on with her burst. Her burst is all right. I kind of like it. I also wanted to check out her passives. I know I talked about them a little bit, but let's check them out again. The first passive is becomes much more likely to be targeted by enemies, and then after skill activation recovers own HP by 5%. And then her second passive is when receiving HP recovery, give yourself damage received minus 2%, and it maxes out at 20%. Looking at her passives, I kind of like her first passive. I like that, she taunts the enemies. That's always really really nice for a tank. I also like that she heals herself every time she uses a skill. That's also really really nice for a tank. Um, and then as far as her second passive goes, I kind of really like her second passive because it's like making her tanky every time that she heals herself. 20% like, more tanky is like better than like not more tanky. And it's minus 20% damage received, so it's not like for a specific damage type, it's not for like, a specific affinity, it's not for magic attack, it's just for everything, a flat out 20%, which is really really good. And I feel like she can get up to that 20% pretty easy because she heals with her first skill, and every time she uses any other skill, she heals herself. um yeah, I like her passives. Overall, Totori is like a pretty solid what would you say, like magic attack buffer tank, who kind of heals a little bit, which is kind of nice. Uh, kind of self-sufficient. Yeah, not too bad. Alrighty, let's take a look at Rorona. Here we have Rorona. She is a slash supporter. Her gifts are slash blessing, fire curse, and all recovery boosts. Her synthesis colors are blue and green. Looking at her gifts aren't that bad. I like the slash blessing. It's gonna help when crafting slash damage items. It's gonna help boost its damage, so that'll be helpful. Then as far as the fire curse goes, I really like the fire curse because as long as you're like running like a fire team, this fire curse should help when you're crafting items for them because it'll help reduce the enemy's fire resistance, and that's always really really nice. And then as far as the all recovery boost goes, I really like the all recovery boost. Personally, I don't have too many all recovery boosts. I'm always looking for all recovery boost, single recovery boost, and recovery boost in general, which is for my supporters, which is really really like good for them. Um, I think this should be like really helpful, to craft some better like healing items for like my supporters. As far as the synthesis colors being blue and green, those aren't too bad of colors. I know that we can find like pretty good combinations to craft some better like support items for our supports with those colors. So that's always really nice. And like I said before in other videos, the more synthesis colors you have, the better. Yeah, her gifts aren't too bad. Okay, let's check out Rorona's stats. Her stats are HP 1446, physical attack 578, magic attack 556, speed 249, physical defense 700, and then magic defense 623. Checking out Rorona's stats, none of them like stand out more than like any other support. Um, I see that her speed is at 249. She's like not the fastest, but she's like not the slowest. 249 is like a decent like amount of speed. She's gonna be pretty fast. And then like I said, as far as the other like stats go, like none of them like stand out like more than the rest. Yeah, her stats are alright. Let's check out Rorona's skills. Here we have Rorona, Falling Snow, for the Alchemist of Arlen's Legends Fest. Her skills are as follows. Her skill 1 is after attacking, recovers 5% of HP of all allies. It has a wait time of 100, the range is single target, the power is 63, and the break is 7. Looking at her skill 1 is like alright. I like that she heals everyone's HP. 5% is like very little, but I mean it's better than nothing. Um, you know, I wish it was a little higher, but it's just her skill 1. Yeah. Okay, her skill 2 says grants critical chance plus 100% to one ally for one turn, as well as recovers target's HP by 5% to 9%. It has a wait time of 200, the range is single target, the power is non existent, and the break is non existent because we're not hitting them. Um, Alright, her skill 2, I like that she gives like one ally 100% critical chance. Like that's always really really nice. You know, you always want to like make sure that you can crit. As far as the recovery for this like skill goes, 5% to 9% is kind of like very like little for like a skill 2. I do appreciate the 100% critical chance, but you know, I kind of wish she like healed more. I also wish that, you know, this 100% crit chance like, you know, either went to everybody or just was just a little bit better or stayed a little bit longer because you know there's other like uh characters that can help you crit that are just kind of a little bit better. I feel like kind of like Resna's. Yeah, her skill 2 is all right, but I kind of wish it was better. Let's move on to Rorona's burst. Rorona's burst is grants physical attack plus 15% to all allies and it maxes out at 30%, as well as recovers target's HP by 25 to 30%. It has a wait time of 200, the range is AoE, the power is non-existent, and the break is also non-existent because we're not hitting the enemy. Um, Checking out her burst, I kind of like this first part of her burst because it increases our like physical attack by like 15%, and it doesn't ever say it like goes away. It just kind of caps out at 30%, and that's like really really nice. As long as we use like Rorona's burst like 2 times, we should always have that flat 30% physical attack up, which is really good. I see that you know she's kind of like meant for like physical teams because she's increasing her physical damage. I like that her burst recovers like everyone's HP by like 25 to 30%. I wish it was a little bit more, but you know, she like increases her physical attack, which makes up for it like a little bit. Yeah, her burst isn't too bad. I kind of wish it was better, but it's not too bad. Alrighty, lastly, I wanted to check out Rorona's passives. Her first passive is skill damage for all allies plus 20%, and then her second passive is paralysis resistance plus 30%. Checking out her passives, I kind of like her first passive a lot. I like that it just flat out increases all of our ally skill damage by 20% just by her being on the team. That's all like really really nice. I'm always looking for my units to have that. And then as far as the paralysis resistance goes, I know that the paralysis resistance will help like in stages where there's like paralysis. So you know, there's always that. Yeah, her passives like are all right. Overall, Rorona is gonna be like a all right like healer slash like how would you put it like crit buffer slash like physical attack buffer. Um, she knows she can like help your like team crit 100%, but it's like only like one person, and then she increases like all of our allies' physical attack um by like 30%, which isn't like too much. So you know she's kind of like a jack of like all trades, master of none kind of thing, which is like kind of like annoying me about her. But you know, she's all right. Okay, we also had Memoria coming out with Rorona and Totori. Here it is. It is called Together in the Snow. It looks really, really pretty. I really love their outfits. They look so cute in them. I kind of hope I get one of them, but you know, I can't wish for too much. They like look really, really cute. I really, really like their outfits, and the snacks that they're eating look so good. Um, yeah, okay. Let's move on to the ability effect. The ability effect for this Memoria is while equipped to a character with air affinity, when hit by attack, boosts all ally skill damage by 1% to 8% for one turn. At level 30, the HP is 23, the physical attack is 6%, the magic attack is 6%, the speed is 4%, the physical defense is 23%, and the magic defense is 33%. Looking at like this Memoria's like ability effect, I don't like this Memoria too much. It's kind of like really like how would you put it, like restrictive. First it has to be equipped to a character with air affinity. You know, there's like a good amount of characters with air affinity, but then the second part of it is that you want to be like hit by an attack and then it will boost your skill damage. You know, it means this is kind of like meant for like air defenders, which right now the only current like air defender is actually Totori. Um, so it's like really like restrictive. And then as far as the boost goes, it only boosts our skill damage by 1% to 8%, 8% at like max refinement. That's like not the like highest like buff out there, but at least it's like a little buff. Um, this Memoria is like all right. It's like not the best. Um, what else can I say about it? The As far as like the stats goes, it has like pretty decent HP, like 23% HP, like that's like pretty good. And then the physical defense being 23% and the magic defense being 33%, it's all right. It can be used for like just giving it to like characters to try to make them like more tanky. But you know, it's like really restrictive, so it's like really not the best Memoria. Um, yeah. Okay, you guys, that should be everything. Let's go over whether or not we should be summoning on this banner. Personally, on this banner, I feel like you should be saving your gems. Um, Totori is like pretty solid, like a pretty solid like air defender, who's gonna like increase like your magic attack damage. So she's meant for like magic attack teams. And then Rorona is like an alright supporter who wants to like give you 100% crit rate and is like for physical teams. And then as far as the Memoria goes, the Memoria is like not the best Memoria out there. It's kind of really restrictive, and it's like the buff for the Memoria is kind of like very like minimal. So like it's not the best Memoria. So yeah, I would definitely recommend saving your gems on this banner. If you want to, you can like get your tickets and try to get the characters with your tickets. But like if you can, you should definitely try to like be saving your gems, like I said, because there's like better characters coming out, and I think like they're coming out pretty soon. I think they're called like Rose Warriors, and I think there's also like this other Academy character that we kind of want. Yeah, so you should try to save your gems. Okay, guys, that should be everything for the video. If you're wishing for a Totori or Rorona, I would like to wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you get them. And then if you guys liked the video or if you guys found any of this information helpful, please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!